All right, what's up, guys? Sorry for our little delay. There's some crazy storms at Mike's house, and we tried, but his internet was going in and out, in and out, in and out. So um, here we are. Hope everybody's doing fine. Looks like a pretty, interesting start to the market. Run to resistance, pop right back down to support. It's kind of the first I'm looking at charts for the morning since I typically don't trade open on Mondays. But let's kind of take a look, top down analysis, see what we got going on. Hope everybody had a pretty good weekend. Everybody doing all right? Let me just pull up the YouTube chat so I can see it. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's just see if we can make some money this morning. Obviously, the schedule is going to be a little bit different today with Mike not being in. So I got us on this 030 level, 29030. I'm looking at the 4 hour, and it's hard to say we're not bearish. We are under all of this stuff under about 29,200. That's kind of the line in the sand. Now, 4 hour, we ran back up to resistance. Couldn't claim it, so we're kind of looking for a drop back into support. So as long as we're under 030, I am definitely bearish for the morning. That's the daily. I'm sorry, not the 4 hour. Under 29K is definitely a flip level for me. Now, it's interesting. The daily shows clear downside. The 4 hour, we're trying to pop out. So it's an interesting zone. This whole zone from about 950 to 980, I'd love to see bears push it to the downside and then ultimately clear 900. Under 900, we can confidently go short. Anything up here is a little on the sketchy side. Same with the hour. Slow grind up, trying to hold support here on that 950 to 980 level. So bears really need to claim that level to the downside. Same thing with the 30-minute. 15-minute, absolute fake out. Look at that. So we're below the 15-minute orb. All right. I'm going to be looking for downside at this point. I want to see this 980 break first for some confirmation. And then maybe we can hop in a play. What do you use to establish those lines? I just use kind of 1 hour pivot points. Let's see if we can find one that's close to here. So I basically look for a breakout or breakdown candle, a consolidation candle, and then a continuation candle. In the middle, consolidation candles where I draw my levels. Let's see if we can find any. See if I can find any for you. These are all previous levels from months ago when we were back in the zone. Okay, here's one right here. Here's a great example. So you see right here, we have a breakdown candle, consolidation candle. You basically want it to make a sandwich of the consolidation candle, and then continuation candle, and that's where I draw my boxes from. So I would draw a box like this. And I can do kind of a lesson on that another time, maybe a full charting session, something like that. But you see that box right here? That's how I draw my levels. Nothing special. Literally just I just find a consolidation candle in the middle of a breakout or breakdown. And price tends to come back to that consolidation area. That's typically where a lot of resting orders are. So that's when you see me play the break and retest. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a break of the consolidation area and then just a retest and then continue downside. And I use the 1 hour because for day trading, I found any longer time frame than the 1 hour will not get you your full move. And shorter time frames, you miss out on a lot of the move. Hope that helped. And if you've been following the Orbit account with me, I'm not trading Orbit right now. Like I said, I don't like Monday mornings, and that account still needs a little bit more profit before I can feel confident, sizing normally at New York Open. All right, so the 4-hour candle has closed. What did it close as? It was 10 o'clock. So a lot of selling pressure, but technically it was a bullish close because we cleared all this, we're just down in the 922 area at least. Maybe retest this. But this is definitely an interesting zone and an interesting open. I was watching The Matrix on Tubi last night and saw a BluSky commercial. Nice. Yeah, we got some little bit of everything everywhere. So I kind of want to let the market tell me what direction it's actually going to go. Because right now it's faked the bulls to the upside. Now the bears are trying to take over. We are under this whole mess right here. So I'm kind of curious if we come up to the 030 area and fail. If we do, then I'll definitely be looking for shorts. If we break above it, means we're probably just going to chop around. I mean, it is Monday morning. And let's see, what did the overnight session do? Not too much movement in the overnight session. A lot of chop, then finally during London, broke out a bit. So this 920 area, I keep mentioning, that's our major pivot point for this morning session. Man, so we're on Tubi. I know we're on Roku. I think we're on Apple. I don't know. People say they keep seeing us pop up everywhere. All right, here's that 030 retest. Let's see what happens. But I mean, so far since about 7:30, pretty much stuck in a range. And the range would be that I would mark would be about 29.070 to about 990. So less than a 100-point range for the last, almost 3 hours. Besides that opening little pop. So we did break over that 030 area, so I'm really not interested in a play right now. This is these are these zones where I typically get chopped up because we break a level, sweep it, reclaim it, break another level the upside, and then come back into the range. And I don't really have any interest playing like a 30-point range on the NQ. It's just not for me. What's up, Hollister? How you doing, brother? All right. Can the Bears actually do it? So far we've kind of swept both sides of the range. I want to see a break. What about the 29.050 mark from Friday? Yeah, I mean that's basically the same little area I'm looking at. It looks like it barely tapped the 50 level. I just want to see. I want the market to make up its mind, because right now it hasn't really shown me which side it's going to pick. And market's really not doing much right now. Let's go down a smaller time frame, see if we can find anything. See, now that was the 30-minute chart. Now you look at the 5-minute chart. We're starting to see the sell side model. So I'm gonna attempt to go into a small short. And I'm going a little bit smaller in size just because we're stuck in this 30-minute range, and I don't want to risk too much on it. We're gonna go with like an 03 entry, 030 entry. Now remember, under 29K can be our next little continuation play. So far that short area that we've mentioned is working out. Bears defended the area. Now I just want to see if they can get the continuation. See if I can get wicked in, but this is one of my favorite setups right here. Same thing I mentioned with the 1 hour consolidation candle. This is just on the 5-minute chart. It's called the sell model. Usually pretty accurate. But we're still not out of the woods yet. We have to get out of the range for this to actually print. All right, so again, it's an 031 entry, not 030, 031. And my stops will be basically over 060. If we do that, I'll cut because that just means we're going to run to about 100. Good morning, Risky. So let's see if we get tapped in this. And the reason I don't really trade Monday morning opens is because you typically get price action like this. You get like one little move, then it kind of chops around. And just reading through my stats and stuff like that, I guess you'd say. So rather than trying to make a whole new strategy around it, not saying I do terribly, it's just not as good as the rest of the day. So rather than designing a whole new strategy and trying to change everything, Monday mornings are just my, ease into the week kind of sessions. Is anybody in a trade right now? Has anybody already taken a trade? Let me know. Curious what you guys have been doing. Did anybody trade last night? Or are you guys like me where you don't even look at a chart even on Sunday nights because it is the weekend? And I don't think the weekends are for anything trading related unless you are brand new. If you've been trading for a bit, you have your strategy. I know people say go back test on the weekends, but what are you back testing? You've already done that. Unless you are literally trying something new, I don't see a reason for it. I think you're just wasting your time, confusing yourself. Long 010. I'm an MNQ long. Curious what's making you guys think long. I always want to hear another perspective. Okay, we didn't get tapped in on that. That would have been really, really nice. And I'm testing out a different computer today, guys. So if anything seems off, please let me know. I just want to make sure this computer is set up properly for streaming. There's the dump. Did we really miss that by like 2 points? Short at the top, done for the day. There you go. That's what's up. Yeah, we really missed out by a couple points. That's a bummer, guys. That would have been it. That would have been it. All right, so there's target one for the shorts, literally to the tick of that 950-ish area. We want to see if they can break the 950 area now. So if you took that short and you happen to get filled, you're good. There's like your what 80 points, 60, 70, 80 points, depending on where you got filled. You're long because the minute getting hit. This could be a bounce zone. I still think I want to see this 950 break and run a 920. 920 is where the real decision gets made on for the morning session. All right, here's the break, guys. And VWAP just got touched if you are a VWAP trader. So if you are short and you're a VWAP trader, there's your play. But again, guys, 920 is going to be this massive flip level. So if you did happen to take that short, let me know. But while we wait to see this, I had a good weekend. Had some friends in town from Cali. Got to see their new baby. Always fun. Stormed like crazy here yesterday. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. This 950 area. There's going to be some hiccups, but I do think that the Bears are going to push it through. Still learning, so this is awesome. Hey, any questions you have, please let me know. That's what we're here for. Made 550 last night in the Asian session, lost one through this morning, just won 250. I mean, so that's what, $700? That's some doctor money. Got a few hundred short, good call. Let's go, Adam. Let's go. Remember, guys, we do have the P&L section in the Discord. If you feel like saying, hey, made some money with the coaches, really want to get this room packed. QQQ at 700. Okay, lines over the kilo on the Qs. Short, I closed the VWAP. Good job, Mike. All right, guys. So if I would have gotten tapped on the short, I would have been out of 90% of my position right there at that PT for 80 points. I mean, that's killer money. Even with 5 micros, what is 80 points? $800, right? That's a hell of a day if you ask me that. Unfortunately, we missed up here by literally like 2-3 points. So now, what does the price usually do when it hits a major level? Kind of consolidates, bounces around, sweeps. So you don't want to just hop in just because we look bearish. If anything, if you did want to, rush into a play, this 990 level is what I have my eyes on. Let's see if we got any good setups on the really small time frames. No, I don't see it yet. So we're just gonna relax. So hopefully you guys, hopefully people took the shorts. You know, I have a rule where I don't mark it in. So if I miss the play, I miss the play. It is what it is. I'm fine with that. How do I determine main levels? I'll do like if there's enough interest, I'll do a lesson on it. It's kind of like a version of order blocks. I call them J blocks because I want it to sound cool. But basically, I go to the 1 hour chart and I find areas of consolidation. So what I look for, and I only look at the bodies of the candles. I don't care about wicks. I don't care about anything. I look for a breakdown or breakout candle. So here's an example of which would be a level. We have a breakdown. Don't worry about the wicks. We have a consolidation candle. I like to see a sandwich. So it's kind of like a version of order blocks. I want the bodies to line up of each of the candles. It has to like make a perfect little sandwich. And then I want to see a continued breakdown to the downside. And then boom, that is where I draw my box from. I don't think levels from this one specifically is from the past, but they work they work as long as we're in the area. Very easy. I can set up my chart these days in probably less than a minute. A minute to draw my levels and probably a minute or two to get my bias, and then I'm good for the day. And that's how it should be once you've been trading for a while. You shouldn't have to do all this like fancy stuff to figure out what you think price is going to do. You're either going to be right or you're either going to be wrong. And you just have your plan. Yeah, exactly. They work until they don't. Now, that's a good point, though, Amaro. Like, if I see them get blown through a million times and, like, they're not being respected, I'll delete it. It's just not working. And sometimes if the box is, like, 100 points, I just don't even draw it because there's no point. Yeah, they work until they don't. All right, here's that 950 break, guys. Let's see if the Bulls can actually push it to 920. Admire your patience and discipline. Hey, Eric, that's how you get paid in this game, man. If you only have one of those, you can make money, but if you have both, it'd be hard not to make money. If you have actual patience, actual discipline, and you're still getting wrecked, that means you need a new strategy. But almost every strategy works as long as you respect the rules. And I'll be back in like 10 seconds. I'm just gonna grab some water, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Nick, if you're listening, if I'm just gonna get some water, just leave the screen on. No, there's no reason to take it off. Okay, so still kind of hovering around VWAP 950. We can't just hop in. We basically want to see what happens at the 920 level. Yeah, no strategy works 100% of the time. That's why you manage risk. Yeah, our job, guys, is to manage risk. It's nothing fancy. Just manage your risk. You're either gonna win or you lose. Like you hear all the coaches say all the time, like anything over a 50% win rate is great. So like you can lose 3 trades in a row. It's not a big deal. Maybe that means it's not your day, but it doesn't mean your strategy is not going to work. Okay, so what are we thinking, guys? Do we want to try a little risky 990 entry? Do we want to do a little risky 970 entry? Okay, there's a 920 touch. So okay, those plays are gone. Now, if we can break through 920, Bears have control of the day. Basically, in my opinion. If you are short, boom, you just made a killing this morning. Okay, now you see how we got a new 30-minute candle and then it broke below all this crap up here. That's why I'm saying we were bearish. We finally broke that. Now, this is our next little key zone we have to break through. And bears are in full control now. So I think at this point, it's kind of just trying to find entries. Toast. Nice push down to maybe 900. Come back up. And then just boom. Just send it. Just full send to the downside, guys. If anybody is short, what is your target? What are you guys looking for? Always curious. And then obviously with Mike, you know, our little schedule change this morning. I will, you know, not be on until my normal time most likely. And then we will be doing the podcast at 2. So podcast at 2, then power hour 3. And again, for the podcast, we're basically purely doing like conversational style now, not much TA. So you have any topics or any questions you want to hear us blab about, shoot me a message. 777. Okay. That would be nice. 855. Okay, I have 856 marks, so we gotta get on the same page change here. We're way off. So no confirmation of the downside yet. If you want to front run this, if you do think we are going to fully break down, that 950 area is a decent shot at a short. And there's 950. Let's see if it's going to be respected. If it breaks back above 950, back to 980, then this is going to be a very rangy, choppy rest of the day. All right, so that 9, we knew there was probably going to be some bounce at that 920 area, but there's a quick 50-point bounce. All right, let's see. 990, is 990 going to hold? Do I want to do it? I really want to see the 920 break to really get anything. I think I'm just going to relax, not mess with that one. If we break over 030, I mean, that's a flip to long side. So now what's our range? The range we're looking at is 920 to 030, 040. So about a little bit more than 100 point range. Probably going to pop out here. Small time frames are reversing. It's kind of messy in here. So if you're still holding short, I'd look to lock in these profits. Don't let it go red. Late today, good morning. What's up? How you doing? How you doing? I know some of you guys flip long. I know it. Yeah, we can probably ride this up all the way, honestly. It's kind of a reversal pattern. I just hate scalping the middle of these like 100-point ranges. Yes, you can make money, but it can also just bounce around 30 points at a time, which I don't really like dealing with. So keep an eye on this 990 level, guys. This is our next pivot point. All right, should creep up. I'm gonna keep this short entry open, guys, but just know it's a lot more risky the second time around. But I'm gonna keep it open. And look at this 30-minute candle. Wicks on both sides. Definitely Monday morning. We've gotten a sweep to the upside and a sweep to the downside, and we're right back in the thick of it. So what are we gonna do? And this guy's once we find this established range, like look at this 30-minute candle. So it's obvious that the bottom wick is the bottom of the range, top wick is kind of the top of the range. Now this is where you either play the range or you just wait for a break. Like throw some alerts on your trading view, let your phone buzz. No need to watch this middle ground if you're not gonna touch it. That's how you start tilting. That's how you just make some stupid decisions because you don't want to trade it, but you're watching it. So you start to just see these little setups come in out of nowhere. But realistically, we're waiting for like a break of either side. And we're about to get this 30-minute candle change. Let's see where it closes. It's going to close like a perfect doji. Just the definition of indecision right now. I just realized my camera's frozen, guys. Give me 1 second. Probably like, this guy's looking real serious. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Are we back? That's hilarious. This is like I said, I'm trying out a different computer. This one only has one monitor, so I'm watching like the YouTube on my phone for the comments. And I'm like, man, this is so far behind. Like, I got to figure something out. And then I realize it's frozen, and I'm just staring like this for the last whoever knows how long. So we did get tapped in. Like I said, this was a riskier play. If we break out, I'm gonna just probably flip long. Like I said, I'm gonna cut around the 60 level. I don't want to get faked out, but Just depends what time frame you're looking on. This is the problem with ranges. You know, one time frame looks bearish, the other time frame looks bullish, so it's tough. All right, I want to see us break under 20. Get a nice clean break under 20, we get paid. So keep an eye on that 20 level, guys. That's our bounce level. So if we can't break the 20 level, it's probably going to flip back to a red play. Just keep that in mind. And look at that. Bounced right off the 20 level, right back to entry. Let's see what's going to happen. Boom, back to 20. Come on, let's get this break, guys. Come on. Come on. I'm going to take a trim at 07. See if we can get that. Be like 25-point trim. Beautiful. Okay, come on. Come on. Got it. Nice. There we go. Dump this. Dump this. All right, next target is 990. Boom, 990 hit. Let's go. Beautiful play. Let's actually close this out. I'm done. I'm done with that. Take my 40 points. Boom. How long did we wait for that play? Like 40 minutes? Good stuff. There we go. There we go. Looking stoic. Yeah, if you guys ever see me frozen, let me know. It probably means I'm just not looking at my camera. All right, so mission accomplished for that. This is now a very pivotal area. This could easily flip back long. But like I said, we really want to see a break out of this 030 area to really be confident in longs. Because if we break out of 030, we basically have a quick 80-point run to the next level. And I love seeing all this area, black area. That means we're going to run. So can the Bears do it? And like, guys, this is the definition of a range trade. What do? We hit the top, we run right to the middle of the range, and we get the hell out. Because once you get in the middle of the range, it starts doing all this just chop around stuff. We don't want to see that. So we took our money, we got the hell out, and now we're going to chill. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I got my money. I'm more than happy if that's all I make for this like hour. Because I used to work all day for that same amount of money that I just made in the last, in what, 3 minutes? I still don't know where else you can make this kind of money in 3 minutes. True. Okay, Dan, I usually say I don't know where you can legally make this amount of money in 3 minutes. There's only like a couple legal ways I can think of. All right, we're probably going to push out. So now that we have this set up, and I'm only looking at the 5 minute, like, where is it? Like, probably something like this. Kind of what I'm aiming for now. So we scalped the short. Now we want to see if the long plays out. But again, we have to break the range. Have to break the range, guys, or else nothing's gonna happen. And this whole like London power hour to lunch hour is gonna be terrible. So we're chilling. We're chilling, guys. If you held through that pain and you're still holding the short, I mean, I hope it works out. But to me, I just don't know if it was worth dealing with going back to break even and all that stuff. So not the most exciting morning play wise, but I mean, 1-for-1, trim at 25 points, full profit around 40. Back when I was a newer trader, if I thought I was going to hit 40 points, I would have been ecstatic. And that's what, a little over $300 in 3 minutes. Like I said, that's just crazy money with not that much risk. All right, we might actually get the breakdown. 950-ish is like the next target. Range day for sure. So 950, 920. If you don't have those marked, go ahead and mark those on your charts. You know what's funny though? Like I mentioned, I had some friends in town. I've known her for like 25 years. I've known her forever. And obviously she knows what I do. And I don't know about you, but when your friends know you day trade, she was like, "Oh, I have some extra money. Like, I'm thinking about investing. Can you show me work in every day for at least a couple hours? Then you should just take X amount of your percentage of income and put it into an index fund every month and forget about it." Because there's two ways to do it in investing. You really, really learn it, or you just DCA into an index fund and call it a day. And the DCAing into index funds is the easier way to do it. Yeah, I do. I'd like to play the guitars more. I'm actually about to buy a keyboard. My wife's going on a girls trip, so I figured I'd take that time to try to learn a new instrument, but I should be playing it more. But yes, I started playing in high school. So damn, I've had that guitar for over 20 years. That's crazy. That's actually wild. That might be the oldest thing I own that I've actually had since it's new. That's pretty crazy to think about. Nick, you're gonna learn keyboard too? Let's do it together. Should we have a Zoom hire a teacher and have a Zoom session? I got guitar in high school. Love that. Nice. Anybody else play instruments? I'm curious. I know there's a lot of traders that play instruments. I think the think the mental skill set is a lot similar. You need to have discipline. You got to learn it, all that stuff. Trumpet in middle school. Toured in a metal band for 10 years? Okay. Now, metal band deserves caps. It's like you're screaming, right? That's cool. AMD, the best route? What, accumulation, manipulation, distribution? Yeah, something similar to what I use. So you guys see why I got out at 990, right? Like, we have not had anything since then. This is what Mike calls traffic, right? This is called traffic. It's probably going to continue, but is it going to bounce around and just fake you out, all that kind of stuff? Probably. Thanks for sticking around with us this morning. I know we're a little behind schedule, but things happen, and we will pretty much always find a play. Like Mike says, if you're actually a trader, you can find a play. This shit doesn't mean you're a play, but you can find one. So if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe. Let's blow this channel up. We'll start giving away some accounts, start doing some exclusive stuff for our viewers. But we have certain numbers that we want to see us hit before we reward you all. Speaking of rewards, if you guys go to your dashboard, there's a reward section where you can get free stuff just for doing some little tasks. And that's just means liking a video, sharing it, little things. Little things. I think you get some points for just showing that you're in our Discord, showing that you liked our YouTube channel. All right, there's a 950 level, so that would be TP2 for the short. Would have been a brutal hold, but it would have worked out. So if you are short, this is where you decide. I think you probably put your stop loss at least at break even. Maybe you trim out. You're down to runners. And you want to see if we can actually get the downside move, because now we're still in the range. Remember that. Remember the last time we got around here? Bounced around for a bit, dumped right to 920, and then popped back 50, 60 points. So always protect yourself, guys. Always protect yourself, guys. Is it anybody's first time in here? Kind of curious. If it is, like I said, I'm testing out a different computer than I normally use, so the camera's not as good. Setup's not as good, but I just want to make sure it worked for in a pinch. And it seems like it's doing all right, so that's good. Leanne, welcome in always. How'd you find us? I'm curious. I think we will roll over and break the 910 for a good part of the day. I think we will break as well. Just remember the daily structure I showed you. It's clearly bearish, but you get into the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute. There's a lot of noise to really get you to the downside, maybe under 830. So it could happen, but it's a Monday. I don't think there's been any news really that came out. So we're good. Looks good and sounds good. Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm trying on my laptop. I've never streamed on the laptop, so I just wanted to make sure it worked. But that's good to know. Maybe tomorrow I'll do my stream from the pool. Hit a 50-pointer, then do a cannonball. How hilarious would that be? View looks good. Okay, awesome. I had an account with you guys for a few months ago. Blew it up paper trading for a bit while I learned. I'm going to buy another eval soon. I heard good. Okay, cool. Awesome. We'll tell your friend thank you. Love to have you in here. And, on BluSky TV, we don't just do streaming. Like we're live filming our podcast today at 2. Coach Becky has a psychology lab Tuesdays on 2. Our other coach Matt has like a technical analysis lab at 2 on Thursdays. So there's other things besides the streaming. Like I just interviewed a pro baseball player turned trader. If you guys haven't watched that one, go to our YouTube channel. Oh, you're already on it, but once I get out of here, go to our YouTube channel and watch it. The guy's name is Luke. Incredibly cool story going from a pro pitcher to a funded BluSky trader taking payouts, and the parallels between like pro sports and trading, the discipline, the mindset. It was really, really cool to hear about. I have a feeling you're going to be seeing more of him, and just like in the social media space. His story is so good. He'd be crazy not to share it. That was a great discussion for baseball training. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, as somebody who played baseball, up until, the end of high school, it was just cool to talk about. So, I mean, we are just chilling in this little range pocket right here, guys. I wish there was more to give you, but there ain't much. I'm short, took some off here, rough start. Okay, there you go, vodka. I played in the summer baseball over 25 league. I played in the Cape Cod tournament. Team won. The pitcher on the other team was Oil. I don't know who that is, but that sounds cool. I thought about joining like an adult league, but I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt myself anymore. Just asking for it. We should break down, guys. I mean, I'd be surprised if we don't. All right. See if 920 is going to get out of the way. So, like I said, that play pretty much played out fully. That would have been about 100 points if you held it through it all. It's MSBL. Interesting. You can play part-time. Huh. I was actually talking to some guy who was playing disc golf, like frisbee golf. I met some guy, and he was, he's saying he played in high school and he plays in a league. I was asking how serious it was, and he's like, "Oh, it's serious. Like a lot of college players, stuff like that." He said he's a pitcher and he throws like 86, and like these guys are in their 30s. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm good. Maybe I'm good. Got to run, but thank you. Hey, have a good one. We'll be here tomorrow, so take it out or take it easy. Brother used to play disc golf. Yeah, I love playing disc golf. It's fun. It's free. XMLB 5 years. Oh, wow. All right, come on. Let's get the full breakdown. Got about 10 minutes till the hourly change. Let's look at a longer time frame, see what we got going on here, guys. Okay, so you remember when I had the hourly chart, I said we run to 920, and that's our like pivot point. Look at all this noise around 920. You see how when we were under 920, we couldn't break above it. If we get an hourly close in 10 minutes under this level, it's a good short. Like that's confirmation. If we close above it, we're stuck in the range. Same with this 4 hour. You see all this 4 hour traffic up here. And then when we finally close above the level, look at the rocket. Like 300-point rocket. So now if we can close below it, you can expect the same thing to the downside. So that's why we want to wait for this like these longer time frame closes tell you where the price is going to go. So if you have the patience to sit here and wait, like even this one, this 30-minute candle closed below this key level, and that was essentially what my play was. And this is the start of a market maker sell model. So this is beautiful. So I'm all for the breakdown at this point. Fully breakdown. Am I frozen again? Nope. Okay, I moved. Our time frames fractal. Yeah, of course. That's why I look at all of them. Otherwise I just look at one time frame. But you can, and some people do, but that's not the way I trade. I want to find which way I think the direction is going to go, and then like that's how I want to base my play. Where's my laptop charger? Give me 1 second. I gotta get my laptop charger. All right. Don't want this thing to die while I'm on stream. I think this is the first time I've used this computer in like a year, so I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Yeah, Supreme, if you're new here, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to introduce yourself. Ask me about myself personally. I don't care. I'm an open book. I'm super transparent. If you guys don't know who I am, obviously my name is Justin. I stream here, but in addition, one of my roles at BluSky is connecting our members to solid financial companies and groups and things like that, partnerships, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have a company that you like think is cool, like some kind of software, something like that, let me know. I'll try to connect them, get them in here. I love hearing about just anything trading, honestly. Like we had somebody from Atlas showing us their heat map bookmap software. So like those are the kind of things that I love connecting with, letting them come on, do a demo, things like that. All right, can we get this breakdown in the next 5 minutes so we get the confirmation? What's up, Nazem? Nazem won an account last week, free account. Here's the rollover. Let's see, Dan. It's not here yet. It's not here yet. Don't get too excited. We need confirmation. Blew that account there, glows. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get a free account, I play a lot looser with it. Got chopped. Yeah, I mean, for new accounts especially, I don't like to start it on a Sunday night. Like Sunday nights are when I have a buffer or when there's like a clear setup. I don't know. I don't really trade Sunday nights at all. All right. We did close under here, but I'm not really convinced yet. I don't know. We could take a 925 short, but I'd rather wait for the hourly close. Oh, I'm frozen again, aren't I? Okay. We are back. All right, camera's back. Not sure why it does that, but okay. So here's our breakdown. I'm gonna go ahead and put an order in. Probably the last play I take of the session. And if it doesn't play out, I'll let you know if I'm going to keep it open or not, or if I do get out of here. Going to look at a 915 short. 915 short, it should get filled. Now, just to be clear, we haven't gotten the confirmation for the hourly candle. So if you want to wait for the hourly candle, feel free to. I'm going to front run it a bit. Been in a short since 836 with 20 micros. Let's freaking go. Talk about diamond hands. You are up nice and fat right now, my friend. Now, in these situations, we are like 30, 40 points from entry. Don't chase. If you miss the play, you miss the play. It is what it is. We knew 920 is a big flip level. If it breaks, it's going to break hard. And here comes that hourly candle close in about 30 seconds. So let's watch it. Okay. There's our close. It should continue the downside. I'm going to keep this order open. Maybe I get wicked in. Maybe I don't. But we're looking for 856. And then 830. So if you took that 030 play with me and you're still holding like change here is, that would be a 200-point play. But we'll see if we get this fill. And just for transparency, if I do get filled, which it looks like I'm going to, let's see, where would my stop loss be? I'd really be looking at this 935 level. If we break above that, most likely cut. If you want to have a wide stop loss, 950 area. Not that wide, actually. All right, we're in. We want to see a break under 900 for this to really do anything. Or maybe we just take some quick money. I don't know. We'll see. See what we want to do. Obviously, guys, take profit whenever you want. If you see $100 and you want to take it, go ahead and take it. All right, this might be a loser, guys. Back in the range. We'll see. Dancing around our entry. Come on, drop it down. We're getting close to my cut level, guys. This might be it. Yep. Go ahead and take that loss. All right. One win, one loss. Ended up, slightly green on the session. That's fine for a Monday morning for me. It is 11, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. We'll be back at 2 for the podcast. So, take a break, get some water, eat some food, get some actual work done if you are remotely working. You see how fast I ran to 950 when it broke 920. So these are why, and again, this is why I don't like Monday mornings. We swept both sides. We're ranging. It's kind of the way Monday mornings usually go. Get your money, get out. So that's it for me. If you guys have any questions, I'm on Discord, all that good stuff. We'll be back at 2. Till then, stay profitable, guys.